we talked last time we recorded about some of their guys in the lower minors, right? And we kind of talked about expectations and what denotes a successful season for guys. And where we landed was like throw strikes, stay healthy, show some ability to miss bats. Charlee Soto, newly minted at high A, 19 years old, 2 starts so far. He's thrown 9 innings, striking out 34.4% of hitters. Walk rate is right around where it was last year. The strikes can come and go a little bit. Also, touched 100 in his first start of the season. So I know you caught a little bit, I think, of that first one. What are your thoughts on Soto so far?
Let's see how long you keep it up, right? You've been a big fan. I know that there's been some publications out there that have had him either right at the very end of the top 100 or very close. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the thing that you're buying with him is a super high ceiling. Glenn Perkins was talking on the radio yesterday.
Okay.
Just happened to catch a little bit of the game on the radio, and he's like, man, he just looks the part, and he does. And there's a lot of guys that look the part that never crack a rotation ever. Um, but if he can keep up that trajectory, like he's the type of guy that you look at and you say he can start the first playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of ways to climb there, but that's the ceiling that he has. What's the floor, right? Is there a reliever floor? Yes, there certainly is.
For sure.
Uh, is it like high leverage reliever? Potentially. Could he get by on what he has and be at a minimum a middle reliever? Yeah, probably that too. And so right now there's a lot of outcomes, but whenever an outcome can be a top of the rotation starter, you gotta enjoy that. And to show any semblance of that in at this level is a maybe not a really big deal yet, but
Mm-hmm.
could be a really big deal very soon.
Yep. Also noteworthy, I think that Charlee Soto is tied to be the youngest pitcher in all of high A across any org in the majors currently, with an A's prospect named Steven Echeverria. Last pitcher, I want to touch base on Jeremy Dason Hill. We did talk about him a couple episodes ago. He has made 2 appearances for Fort Myers, started 2 games, really short. Small sample size, right? Because we mentioned this, I think, when we last recorded. They were going to keep him on relatively short starts. 7.1 innings pitched. He's striking out close to 16 batters per 9 at the moment. I've watched like 80% of Hill's starts. Fastball's been up to like 97, 98. And the slider, no one in low A is going to touch that pitch. It's nasty. And he looks the part too so far through the early goings. Exactly what you want to see, I think.
Yeah, the thing that'll be interesting is when you've had guys, and I think you can lump him into the Marco Raya, Charlie Soto, like the kid glove type
Mm-hmm.
development. Neither of them have like dominated. They've had their lumps, and so if Hill dominates for half a year, does this change? I don't think it changes the. We're going to limit the innings. We're going to limit the pitches. But do you say, well, let's expose him to a higher level? Because Soto pitched all year last year at Fort Myers.
Yep.
Marco Raya pitched like 7 years before getting promoted, or at least that's how it felt like. Uh, could Hill be the rare case where it's like, okay, now let's move them, because the high school guys haven't, right? College guys,
Yeah.
they get put at a level that's too low. They fly through things. The high school guys, it's all been like, wait a second, let's
You got
bump
like a
the
full
pace.
season. Yeah.
Yeah, even Dylan Quested, who came out and had that really good start, like he pitched very sparingly for a full year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what's going to happen when a prep guy comes in and forces the Twins' hand?
Yeah.
Like it's obviously it's way too early to even have that conversation, but it's a fun thought to have.
For sure. Absolutely.